I'm Kath Avery, and I go to Lincoln University. I have a sister named Ren, and she's much more outgoing than me. I just like to stay in my dorm and go on social medias or something like that. My roommate is Reagan, and she's pretty cool. She's usually out partying with friends. One of her really close friends, Levy, is at her dorm a lot. They hang out a lot, which is kind of shocking to me. They were high school sweethearts, but they broke up once they got to college. Classes for me can be a struggle. I thought writing would be a great class for me, and in the start, it was. For a very good portion of my first semester, I was doing great. My classmate, Nick, is a good friend of mine. We like to write together a lot, but after a while when we were working on a great story together, he basically said he didn't really need me. Nick said that he was doing most of the work in this story was basically his anyway, so I just left him to do the work himself. Whenever I left where Nick and I would work together, Levy would walk me back to my dorm. One time when I saw him outside the dorm after class, he was there, which is usual. But he needed to read a book with Reagan and she wasn't there. So, I ended up reading the book to him. We stayed up late reading, and he asked me to read a part from my fan fiction. So, I did.
Hello, Kath. Thank you for explaining your story. Now, I would like to start the interview. What was it like when you first moved into your college dorm?
It was a bit weird. I was really scared about living with someone that wasn't my sister or my dad, but I got used to it. Reagan wasn't home much, since she was at work or partying. Heck, she still isn't home a lot. But Levy is usually at the dorm, which made me nervous at first. I'm glad I let him stay. We ended up together.
Was it hard not having Ren around so often?
Oh, yeah. In the beginning, I was so nervous about living with another person. But Reagan usually wasn't home. So, it did give me a bunch of time to get work done and write Carry On, Simon, which is my fanfic. It was honestly kind of nice branching out to talk with different people. One time, Reagan was able to pull me to a party, even though it didn't end well. I can still say I went to a college party.
What was the reason for you reading to Levy?
Well, when Levy said that Reagan was supposed to study with him, I felt bad. So, I read him the book he needed to read. After that night, it just became a thing to read to him, even if it's usually reading him Carry On. We got used to being in my room a lot because Reagan wasn't there.
Is it hard writing Carry On, Simon, while doing so many things for college?
It can be really hard writing the fic and doing schoolwork. Sometimes, my readers kind of pressure me to update, so I have to write as much as I can at nights. Some days I don't even want to do work and I just want to write. Or, some days I want to do the opposite. It can be tough, but I found a way to work it out.
How has college been for you?
College has been a roller coaster. There were relationships, friendships, family problems. But I've made my way through it all. I've had fights and made friends, but I know that I've learned a lot and it's only my first year. So, I still wonder what will be ahead. Hey, I'm Isabel Cinquegrana. This is my review of the book Fangirl. I really enjoyed this book and recommend it to any teen out there. It does have some strong language. Anyway, I love this book. I can relate to the character Kath, as she is a fangirl and likes fan fiction. The characters are fit for this story, and there were some parts where you were left thinking about what would happen, which I personally like. This book is very good and I enjoyed it very much. I recommend it to teenagers.